Hey everybody, it's coming up to 7 p.m. Brisbane time on Wednesday, the 3rd of May, and I want to pick another fight with a Japanese yen cross, and this time it's dollar yen turn. And let's start with the higher time frame and see what got me so excited about this opponent. So first of all, on the monthly chart, we can see we had that very strong push, massive buying momentum toward the 152. Market was overextended, was due a pullback, a bit of release of that buying pressure, and we pull back, and we pull back quite nicely into the averages area. But I also like and actually love about this element is that when we pushed all the way down, when the sellers took control, they actually couldn't take the low that was printed back in May 2022. So this for me was the first sign that buyers are trying to regain control, trying to defend their territory. The next element is that if we'll take a look at each of those months that printed ever since, the low is actually getting higher. So what we've got here is higher lows on the monthly chart. But what we can see here is also our resistance level. So let's drop down into the weekly chart, and what we can see is how strong that level has been in the past. So it was the previous swing high on the way up, it was support on the way down, broke below it, pulled back to test it from below, went to a lower low, came back up again, came back fast, but too many sellers still sitting at this area, push the price lower, however not as low as the previous low, and now we've got another touch. So let's see, how did we come up into that level? What sort of like kicking and swinging did we do around that area? And as we can see, the Friday movement due to the policy of the Japanese central bank saw the yen being sold off, and then a continuation at the beginning of this week. But the market was very overextended, and we're hitting quite a strong resistance level. So it makes sense that we'll see a bit of a pullback. Now, I'm not looking for a potential entry into the ring around this area. To me, it's too dangerous. There's too much of a likelihood of getting kicked in the head, and I don't like that. So what I'm looking for in this opponent, there are a couple of fight scenarios that I'm after. So as we know, today is the Fed decision. We might see the US dollar decided to charge right up. We might see a different scenario. US dollar might be going lower due to the Fed decision. But what I'm looking for here is basically two fight scenarios. If we'll get a charge up by the US dollar, then what I'd like to see is the market closing above this high, so above the 140 area, which is a round number. Then I'll be looking for the market to pull back into that level, and then I'll be looking for a take it on the way out kind of a setup. The other option is compressions of price underneath this level, so basically for the market to be making equal highs and higher lows with momentum indicator already converging and compressing to the upside, then I'll be looking for a potential break. So there's two fight scenarios for me on this opponent. It really is depending on how this market is gonna keep on moving around the ring. Now let's take a look at potential areas for a knockout. So for a point swing, I might be looking at this 142 area. We can see it has been resistance in the past, but if the market will show signs of being quite strong, then I'll be looking for a knockout around the area of 145. I will post updates for these fights and any other fights that I'm taking, but currently this is footwork around the ring. Happy knockouts everyone. Bye for now.